So, welcome back guys. So, in this lecture, we will speak about some important and interesting topic, that is, I came with you why Laplace. So, what is why we use Laplace? That's my topic here. So, that means, so someone says, if anyone asks you to find what is why Laplace means, so in time domain we'll go to the frequency domain. So exactly it is right, but have some improvisation for that. So representing a signal, so let us see I'm having a signal x of t equal to, say for example, sine omega t plus pi by 3 plus 2 sine 2t. So this is my signal. So I need to represent the signal in, I want to represent the signal in time domain and frequency domain. Okay. So in time domain, what we will do is, so what is the representation of the signal in time domain means? In time domain, we represent the x of t with each instant of time. Okay. With each instant of time, we represent the signal x of t, which I am taking now in time. But in frequency domain, what we do is, in frequency domain means, the representation of signal. So what is the signal present in each frequency? So representation of signal in each frequency. That means how much signal is represented in that frequency. So there is a difference. In time domain, with continuous time representation, we represent the signal. But in frequency domain, we represent the signal at the signal, how much signal is represented in that frequency. So at that frequency, this much signal is represented. At that frequency, this much signal is represented. That is representation of the signal. So we have the signal, as we know that as a signal generally represented sinusoidal signal as what? A into sine omega t plus phi. You know that. So A represents the magnitude and phi represent the phase shift. Okay. So this is one of the sinusoidal combination of two sinusoids, and this is the sinusoidal representation. So for this signal, we have the magnitude and phase shift. In time domain, we just represent the magnitude x of t with respect to time. But in frequency domain, we represent the signal magnitude at each frequency. That means representing the signal magnitude means x of omega at each frequency and phase shift at each frequency. Okay. So that is the advantage of using the frequency domain. Okay. So basing of this advantage, we have analyzing the signal with the different domains. Okay. That means, so I want to represent the signal in general. How I'll represent means, so in time domain, I will interesting to represent the given signal, say x of t. So x of t, that is I am taking as sine omega t plus pi by 3 plus 2 sine 2t. So in time domain, how I'll represent means, so I'm taking x-axis and y-axis. So in this x-axis, I represent the time as my thing, and y-axis I represent t. So if I want to represent the time, the response, so how I'll do is, with each value of t equal to 0, I'll get x of t some value. At t equal to pi by 3, I'll get x of t some value. At t equal to pi by 2, I'll get x of t value. Then I represent that values like this. So I may get response like this. Okay. So this is a time t from 1, 2, 3 seconds, or from magnitudes. I end up with a magnitude of 2 here, or some 1. So I'm etc. like this. Okay. Now, this is time domain representation. This is time domain. Now, how I'll represent in frequency domain? So, in frequency domain, my interest is, so in frequency domain, we will represent the equation. So, the sum of sinusoids. So, sum of sinusoids means, here I am two signals. So, first signal sine omega t. So, we will observe that signal, and I am having another signal that is 2 sine 2t. So, with standard representation of the signal, that is sine a sine omega t plus phi, we have how will we have to calibrate the things like this? That is, so for this, if I want to do the magnitude, that is having magnitude 1 only. So, I am having the magnitude x omega equal to what? 1 value. And I am the frequency, I want the frequency means omega equal to what here? 1 here. I am taking omega equal to, so I am taking omega equal to here 1. Okay. So, omega equal to 1. That means I am having, so since we have omega equal to 2 pi f, then f equal to what? 1 by 2 pi. And the phase shift I am having for this signal, so compare phi with here, I am having phase shift is pi by 3. Now, regarding to this circuit, this signal, I am having the magnitude, if I take with respect to omega, I have x of omega equal to what? 2, and omega equal to t, 2. So, omega t, so omega t 2t, and having phase phi equal to what? 0. So, if omega is equal to 2, then I have frequency equal to what? 1 by p. So, I want to represent this signal, these two signals, that is combination of sinusoids in frequency domains. How I will do? So, I said already, in frequency domain, we show a magnitude x of omega of whole signal x of t with each frequency, and phase shift with each frequency. That means I am taking x-axis a value of frequency, where here I am having two frequencies, that is f1 equal to 1 by pi and 1 by 2 pi and 1 by 3 pi, etc. The frequency will change. And in the x-axis, y-axis, in one y-axis I will take x of omega. In another thing, I will represent with respect to the frequency variation, that is 1 by pi and 1 by 2 pi and 1 by 3 pi, and having a phase shift phi. So, in a-axis I will represent the phase shift. So, a magnitude I am taking as 1, 2. So, for frequency 1 by pi, so 1 by pi having the magnitude of what here? 2. So, I represent at 1 by pi, I have the magnitude for that above signal is 2. And at 1 by 2 pi, the system for this signal, I have the magnitude as 1. So 1 by 3 pi, there is no magnitude. Okay. Now, again, phase shift at 1 by pi, I have the frequency phase shift, that is phi equal to 0, and at 1 by 2 pi, I have the phase shift, that is pi by 3. So, I am representing here. Okay. So, this is pi by 3, pi by 6, etc. So, this is time domain representation, and this is frequency domain representation, where we have the magnitude with respect to each frequency and phase shift with each expression. So, there is advantage of representation of signal. So, where we need, for example, in application, if you want to know the phase shift immediately, so you can't find in time domain. So, if you have this thing with respect to different frequency, if you observe that, if you change the frequency here, if you change, always the frequency will not be constant here. If you want to change the frequency, if you change the frequency, you will observe the phase shift. So, this much phase shift is there for that signal. So, ultimately, our need is, we use the signal for a system, right? And the system gives the response. So if your input signal is a sinusoidal input for that LTI system, then we'll get